They're set and they fired away. Arctic TEON 5 off the right-hand side, looking to overcome the draw, but Vested Interest is the early leader. Open Answer, Blue Sleeves and Cappers right there. Lion's Den for free there at the rail. In the orange and white silks, only 2 lengths off. Wild Images moving around runners. Corpelos towards the inside. Arctic TEON and Maneuver, they race about 5 lengths off the leaders. Heaver Akoi wider out. Calabash gets a taste of the bit to try and pass the stragglers. He is caught out deep, Calabash. Red Soldier amongst the back rank, and they're racing in tight quarters, chasing the sun. Trusty Jim towards the inside. Vested Interest with the overall lead by a length and a half. Wild Image Maneuver, Heaver Akoi moving around runners. Lion's Den sits pretty towards the inside, just 2 lengths off. Open Answer, then comes Calabash, who gets a little bit closer. Scorpelos to the inside. Arctic TEON, he's got 5 lengths to make up. Red Soldier, you could throw a blanket over them at the 600. Vested Interest by a length and a quarter. Lion's Den towards the inside. Wild Image outside of the group, then comes Open Answer. Arctic TEON starts to make up ground to the inside. Where's Calabash? 5 lengths off. Vested Interest, Lion's Den. Arctic TEON towards the inside comes forward. Lion's Den about to hit the front. Arctic TEON's now warming up on the inside. And here comes Arctic TEON with a good-looking challenge. He claims Lion's Den and Vested Interest. Arctic TEON by a half from Vested Interest. That's the way they stayed. Arctic TEON, Vested Interest second. Calabash in a photo with Lion's Den for the minor positions. Calabash only getting into it very late on. Arctic TEON fighting on courageously the last 150 meters, and just looking past the post there, Chasing the Sun was pulled up at the 100-meter marker. Looks like an epistaxis for Chasing the Sun. But number 1, Arctic TEON, fends them off by 3 parts of a length. Vested Interest second. Calabash might get up on the nod for that 3rd position. He's a horse that we're just going to have to watch with keen interest. Every time he comes to the course, he finds the support. He shows a lot back home, but he's obviously an underachiever at this stage, Calabash. Trusty Jim further back, and then Red Soldier, Wild Image, Heaver Akoi. 300 to go. Arctic TEON, he made his presence felt. Lion's Den is there. Calabash is one off the outside, and there you'll see Anton Marcus asking him for maximum. He's a horse who's going to look to run on the extreme outside, but Arctic TEON number 1, and of course Arctic TEON, we saw Olympic Power frank the form from his last run earlier on. Comes through for Keegan de Mello. Vested Interest, Calabash. From myself, Sheldon Peters, back to the studio.
Arctic TEON has come through to close off the pick 6. Andre Nel, Platinum Racing, Baron and the team here in KZN. He's been off for a long while. He's been off for 6 months, Baron, but I don't know how long he's been with you, but you had him well today.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, he was coming off a break. He arrived in probably about June or so, but he just had a few issues along the way trying to get him to this point, and we're just glad it came all right today.
He had some pretty decent form when he was in the maiden ranks down in Cape Town as well.
Yeah, I think it gave Andre a bit of a frustrating time because he got into winning positions a few times and he just spat out the dummy. So I'm just very glad that he's come through and won today.
Well, we know that he is a 5-year-old, but where to from here? Just hopefully he can pick up another heat or so.
Yeah, Keegan's actually quite pleased with him, and he thinks that he's obviously going to improve once he goes a bit further as well. So there's a lot of promise there. We'll just plan his races carefully.
I mentioned it a few times on air. The stable's looking good here in KZN.
Yeah, we're going through a nice patch at the moment. Hopefully, can continue. So well done to Mrs. Plattner. She's in the country, so good luck to her and to Andre and the guys at La Plaisance. Thank you.
Well done, Baron.
Thanks.
Well played. 2 on the board for Keegan de Mello. The hits keep coming, and this fellow, the only concern I had, I never chat with Baron, but I thought that fitness could be against him because he had good Cape form.
Yeah, 100%. You know, when you open the book and you see you got a good ride like this, and the stable, they weren't that confident. They thought he would need the run, and he looked big in the ring today, which was still nice because I still think he can improve from this run.
He found a good turn of foot, but with all due respect, it wasn't the strongest punch as well.
Yeah, 100%. You know, horses like this, his form from Cape Town just won him the race. You know, he had a nice position and he picked them off quite easily.
Well, it's another 2 for you, Keegan. Nice way to end off the day. Well played.
Thank you very much. It's been in and out today, but I'm glad to have ended it off with a good double. And a big thank you to Andre back in Cape Town, Byron and his team here, and to Miss Platinum as well. Thank you.
Well done, Keegan.
Thanks, Dees.
That's Keegan de Mello here with number 1 Arctic TEON, 1, 5, 2 and 11. That's the way they cross the line in the lucky last. And if you find yourself in the winner's queue, place accumulator pick 6. Well played this afternoon. If not, well, there's still plenty of racing on your World of Winners teletrack this evening, and more to come Thursday, Friday and the weekend, where we got the charity mile to look forward to on Saturday. But a big thank you to the entire team. Of course, Sheldon Peters calling all 8 races. Raymond Rogers and his team. He was ably assisted by our good friend Denver Grantham today. But let's not forget the hardest working cameraman on course, who is none other than Zane. From ourselves, Dees Dynanan, until we meet again, which will be on Friday, where we're racing TGIF to Greyville. It's Friday. You take care. Salani Gashle.